Hampshire today, Vice President Biden kind of mocked the Republicans for acting as if they invented Medicare. At least that's the way he put it. He said, if you come from another country and you just listen to their conversation, you'd say those guys came up with a great idea 50 years ago. You'd think it was a Republican idea. That's Joe Biden. Well, the GOP didn't like this at all. The Romney camp putting out a very swift and very strong reaction, saying, and we can look at it, Vice President Biden today doubled down on the same false attacks and abysmal policies that have failed to turn around our economy and bring change to Washington. President Obama's broken promises and disappointing record remind voters that the Obama-Biden administration doesn't deserve another 4 years in office. Meantime, Mitt Romney had 2 fundraisers planned for San Diego and Los Angeles today, but otherwise no public campaign events. He's trying to catch up with Democrats in the fundraising race. The Republicans are behind by just a few $1 million in August.
Steve, we saw Congressman Ryan get booed at that AARP rally. He's talking to seniors in Florida about Medicare. How's that going?
Right, he's saying his plan would save Medicare. The president's would put it out of business. Now, about a quarter of the Florida electorate is over 65, so this issue, of course, very hot in the Sunshine State. Congressman Ryan's controversial budget plan called for a premium support system to help seniors buy insurance on the private market or use the current plan. And here's how he went after the president today. Paul Ryan.
Mitt Romney and I have looked at the issue, worked with Democrats, come up with the best ideas from both parties for a plan to save Medicare. President Obama hasn't done a thing. President Obama is obviously complicit with this program going bankrupt.
The White House, though, claims it has strengthened Medicare and extended the life of the program. Right back to you.
Steve Santani live in Washington. Steve, thank you.
You bet.
Rick, possible new advances in the battle against post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD is most commonly known for affecting some of our war veterans, but the disorder also plagues other victims of severe trauma or abuse. Now, one doctor is hoping to keep PTSD at bay with a simple injection and appointment. Live from our New York newsroom with more. Hi, Anna.
Hey there, Art Bell. More than 500,000 post-9/11 service members suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. Many aren't getting the relief they need, but there is a new hope and a little-known treatment called SGB, or stellate ganglion block. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is often debilitating, leaving people suffering from anxiety, nightmares, paranoia, and often leading to depression and substance abuse. SGB is an anesthetic injection commonly used in labor epidurals that takes about 15 minutes to administer in the neck. Relief from symptoms often happens within 30 minutes. 65 patients from 25 states, including Vietnam vet Raleigh Showens.
I hadn't had it done. I was at the end of my rope. I was ready to commit suicide. The procedure is so simple, and the results is so great.
SGB is not backed by the Department of Veterans Affairs for treating PTSD, but Chicago Dr. Lipov says the procedure works in 70% of patients, showing at least a 50% improvement in symptoms.
The wonderful thing about this approach, it's a departure from the usual same old thing. Medication, as Raleigh was just talking about, hasn't been very effective, as you know. And many times it works in 30 minutes, so it works very rapidly.
And the most marked improvement is in sleep. The nightmare is simply going away. The cost of the injection is approximately $1,000 and is fully covered by Dr. Lipov's nonprofit Chicago Medical Innovations. Arthel?
Very interesting. Anna Koyman, thank you very much.
To the weather now, and keeping an eye on Tropical Storm Miriam as it strengthens in the Pacific. The storm could become a hurricane by Monday. Maria Molina live in the Fox Extreme Weather Center. Hi, Maria.
Hey, Rick. Good to see you. And yes, we're tracking Tropical Storm Miriam, currently a pretty weak tropical storm with maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour. But like you mentioned, we're expecting the storm to continue to intensify over open water, and it could become a Category 1 hurricane by Monday morning with sustained winds of 90 miles per hour. The good news about Miriam, though, is that it's forecast to remain over open water, so it is currently no threat to land and not expected to be so over the next couple of days. Otherwise, it's the official first day of fall for us, and we're looking at temperatures that sure do feel like it across parts of the Midwest and the Great Lakes. Currently 50 over in Cleveland, 59 right now in Chicago, and a cool 58 degrees in the city of Minneapolis. And guess what? As we head into tonight and into early tomorrow morning, it is going to get very chilly out there. So much so that we could actually be breaking some records out there. Take a look at International Falls in Minnesota. Tomorrow morning, you could be seeing a temperature as cool as 24 degrees in Duluth, 30 degrees in places in Iowa, Kentucky, and also Wisconsin, expecting very cool temperatures as well as you wake up into your Sunday morning. And across parts of the Northeast, this is the same cold front that's bringing in that cool air across parts of the Great Lakes. Today we'll be bringing in showers and storms across parts of the Northeast from places like Burlington, Vermont, all the way down to the D.C. area, New York City, Philadelphia. You're included in this area that could actually see some severe weather in the form of damaging wind gusts, large hail, and even some isolated tornadoes. We're already starting to see some showers and some storms across parts of the Northeast. The heavier stuff, though, concentrated across interior portions of the Northeast, across parts of upstate New York, down through eastern portions of Pennsylvania. But some showers are already starting to pop up across northern parts of New Jersey and right outside the New York City area. So it's likely that we're going to continue to see those picking up in intensity and coverage and continuing to impact us as we head into the nighttime hours. Otherwise, as we head northwestward, we do have an area of low pressure, pretty limited in moisture, so not a whole lot of rain with this system, but there could be some dry lightning from this storm across parts of Washington, Idaho, and even over in Oregon. So that is keeping an elevated fire danger in place. So we do have a number of red flag warnings in effect from Washington down into Utah. Rick?
Melina in the Weather Center.